Kirt Jacobs, host and creator of MoxieTalk with Kirt Jacobs, and we're on location at historic Churchill Downs in Louisville, Kentucky, home of the iconic Kentucky Derby. And our guest today is Chef Thierry Rautureau, better known as Chef in a Hat. Welcome.
Good morning, Moxie.
Good morning.
Oh, is this
MoxieTalk.
good morning, Moxie Talk. I like it.
All right.
Oh, good morning, Kurt. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. What have you enjoyed so far about the Derby this week?
Well, so far about the Derby, since it hasn't happened yet,
Yes.
I've enjoyed the food in Louisville, Kentucky. The food has been delicious. We've had, I don't even remember what we had. I know last night we had a rabbit corn dog that was quite delicious at a place called Ostra. That was the highlight of the night because, you know, who's going to make a corn dog out of rabbit?
Nobody.
Well, Ostra does.
Well, that's great. That's great.
And we also, you know, a couple karaoke's after that, you know. Seems like the town is happening, so...
Oh, this is a big deal for Louisville. It's huge.
and, of course, the first liquid was a mint julep. You guys know how to make that like nobody's business. It's excellent. So coming from Seattle, it's a great, great pleasure to be all the way down here. Got invited to raise some money for Dare to Care, the food bank.
That's great.
For Sullivan University. And, you know, I do this all around the country, but this is actually the event. A good friend of mine, Gina Berry, contacted me, and I couldn't say no. She's a queen of making it happen to the right place at the right time. And being at the Derby is, of course, everybody's dream. So Here I am.
We love having you as a guest. I've got some more questions for you. What drives you to excel in your area of expertise for so many years and being so successful?
Well, Alex, what makes me excel? I get up early in the morning, and I don't know when I'm going to go to bed. And in between, it's basically great work with a lot of passion in what I do. I've been doing this since I was 14 years old, and I'm only 29. So, what is that, 15 years?
Yeah.
No, you know, you excel in any profession, I think, by having the passion for it. And just, you know, it's never over. You just keep doing it. And raising money for hunger in America, number one, it's mind-boggling people go hungry. Second of all, raising money for hunger as a chef is a must.
Who or what inspired you on your path, your career path? Is there any particular individual or incident, if you will?
I must say that eating lunch and dinner prepped by my mom every day is what the inspiration is. You know, when you like to eat, you eventually have to find a way to cook. Otherwise, you're not going to eat as well.
Well, I like that. What's the best piece of advice ever given to you, Terry? And it can be more than one, personal or professional.
When I left France, when I was 20 years old, my dad didn't, you know, I come from a poor family, we didn't have any money. My dad said, please, hello, goodbye, and thank you. And to this day, I'm using that as a protocol of you can't go wrong with those words, and it opens doors. Stay polite.
Now, I have to ask this question because we are at the home of the Kentucky Derby, Churchill Downs. Everybody loves a good horse name. If you could name your own horse, what would you name it and maybe why?
I'm going to go with Omaha Beach because I work in the Mont Saint-Michel, which is right between, at the border of Normandy and Brittany in France. And Omaha Beach is very, if you've never been to France and you've never been to Normandy, it is a must to see what the horror of war can do and how grateful we should be when we're at peace.
I like that. So, Chef Terry, I'm very curious. What are you serving at Taste of the Derby this year?
Well, you know, I make a point when I go and travel around the country to at least showcase something from the Northwest. I'm from Seattle, Washington, and one of the key beautiful food ingredients that we have is salmon. We have wild salmon, which most of the country, unfortunately, is not acquainted with because, you know, it's very local and very seasonal. So I brought beautiful salmon here, some coho salmon, wild. I'm going to serve it, I'm going to cook it on the plancha, little pieces cooked on the plancha, and then put on top a olive tapenade with lemon confit and harissa, which is a hot chili pepper stew from North Africa. So it will have a little olive flavor, a little heat to it, right on top of that salmon that's going to be cooked medium rare to medium. It's going to be yummy, so we need to see you at the Taste of the Derby. So, Kirt, I have a question for you. So, you know, you keep asking me questions. Now it's your turn.
Okay.
What are you going to make for Mother's Day? You must have a mother somewhere. What are you
Yes.
going to make for her?
What am I going to make for her? The best dish that the best chef in Louisville can cook.
That's called reservation. You know,
Oh.
we love people like you in my business.
Yes, it's job security, right?
Absolutely. We love those Mother's Day. Don't forget, it's Mother's Day coming up soon. Cook something really nice to your mom or take her out. Buy her some roses. There's plenty of them here. And a nice glass of champagne.
I like that. Now, we do a much more formal studio type interview that's longer content. Fortunately, we don't have the luxury of that in this kind of atmosphere. So this question's a little meaty for a situation like this, but I always ask it. It's our signature question. You know, God forbid, Chef Terry, it's your last day on earth. Maybe you get to enjoy the Kentucky Derby, but then that's it. How do you want to be remembered by colleagues, family, friends, people you fed and made happy over the years at beautiful occasions, I'm sure?
Well, I would like to be remembered, if there is such a thing. I'm sure people are going to forget about me very quickly, but I'd like to be remembered as the guy who never stopped giving. I believe in karma. That's the only thing I believe in life. And you do to others what you want them to do to you. Okay. Too many people need help. Not enough people are giving hands. Giving is a very good dear thing.
It is. Chef Thierry Rautureau, thanks so much for being on MoxieTalk with Kirt Jacobs and joining us this morning.
Pleasure, Kirt. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chef Thierry Rautureau, for being on MoxieTalk with Kirt Jacobs here at historic Churchill Downs, home of the iconic Kentucky Derby. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more.